All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, which is the name of the Heavenly Father, God, that the world ignorantly calls God. Bahasham, which means in the name. Yahweh, which is the name of the only begotten Son of Yahweh. Okay, our Lord, the Messiah, which the world ignorantly refers to as Jesus. That is not his name. Okay, all praises to Yahweh, Bashmi Yahweh Bahasham Rakah Kadash, meaning in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders, a great millstone, okay, who rule the flock by example. Double honors to them, and shalom to the elect of Yahweh Shai, the elect of Israel, starting with 144,000. I'm going to get straight into it, man. I was meditating on generosity in this ministry, and pretty much how we should be conducting ourselves towards each other, and in general. And it was based on inspiration of pretty much a testimony of an act that was done towards me by a brother over here in the UK, Ra'azar Math. Okay, shout out to the brother, man. Shalom. And I'm just gonna get into it, man. So pretty much, the brother had come to visit me. I live quite a distance away from him, and come to spend some time at my house. A couple of days or whatever, or a week or whatever it was. And one of the days, and the brother likes to go out. It's in the morning he was going out for a walk, and I think in the afternoon, just getting some fresh air. And I was working, okay, at the time, so I was I was busy basically. And anyway, man, long story short, so he's going for these walks, he's coming back. Doesn't say anything to me, I don't say anything to him. Next minute I know, I go to the freezer, because I'm just going to get something to cook. And my freezer was, there's probably maybe one or two, three things in there. It was kind of low. And I was going to eventually get some stuff once I got paid. And man, the freezer was full to the brim with meat. Good quality meat. And immediately in my head I was like, man, that's the brother, And I thanked him, I thanked him, I appreciated what he did. And I didn't even ask for him to do it, he just did it, man, And the scriptures talk about a cheerful giver, And I just thought about, I was meditating on the mentality of that, I was meditating on the mentality of, here it is, this brother's come to my house. He notices that, you've got this big old freezer, but not a lot of things in it. And, according to his ability, he went and basically blessed it up. I didn't ask for him to do it. And, the funny thing is, I think that time or that month I was struggling a little bit financially, so I was even thinking about maybe I should ask him to help out. Hey, do you think you can help out or whatever? I was contemplating asking him that, But before I'd even done that, he'd already gone and done it anyway. See how the Lord works, man. The Lord put the Spirit in him. He's gonna get a blessing for that. Okay, he's gonna get a blessing for that, because when we do these things for each other, the Lord sees that, man. And I thought it was a beautiful thing. Now, the reason I was meditating on it is because in the world, I actually remember, now, I can't remember if this has happened to me personally. My memory is not the best, but I know for a fact that this has happened to a brother that I know very well. But pretty much, he mentioned the brother Carl Bay. He's mentioned to me before, years ago, because we've known each other kind of growing up. Okay. He mentioned to me, there was a guy that we both knew him. Okay. A guy in the world that we were, acquainted with. And this is the kind of guy, this is Jake. He used to come around and he'd go around, and he was the kind of person where, he'd turn up your house and he might just, want to eat up all your food. No decorum, there's no grace at all. No manners, just, what, is not attentive to your situation. What's your situation, Just the kind of person that will just turn up and just, I mean, I'm going a bit more over the top with this, maybe. I can't, because it didn't happen to me. That didn't happen to me, what I'm talking about. This is what I'm, what I've reasoned on before. But just like turning up and just eating your food, no regard for what your situation is, instigating it to you. Hey man, you got any, Now, us brothers, man, when we were around, that's kind of expected anyway. You expected that, we're gonna eat together. We'll either cook or get a takeaway or whatever. So that's not a big issue. But for if someone's coming around and every time they're, Jake do that, man. They come around and they might open up your fridge or something. Okay, they'll come and open your fridge. Look at what you got. Yeah, I'm gonna have some of that. I see you. You're saving yourself that pie at the back. Cover it in your food, man. Like Jake will do that stuff. Okay, it's not just that example that I've given, which I personally know this guy that would do things like that. Okay, not exactly that, but I know for a fact he'd eat out all the food. Okay, with no regard. Okay. For the host, but there's people that do that, man. Now here it is, I'm meditating on people that do this in the world. There's different examples, and I'm thinking, hold on a sec. Now the brother, look at how a brother, Lord willing, a potential member of the elect. I believe that brother's of the elect. We're of the hopeful elect. Okay, we believe that we are. I mean, we're surrounded with like-minded brothers. Okay, and look at the act that he did without even being said. He thought to himself. He must have looked at that and said, "Hey, I'm gonna bless this up." And that's incredible, man. Now I've been talking for a bit now. Okay, but I just wanted to kind of get into that testimony to make that point. Now let's get into the scriptures. Okay. Let me show you scripturally why that is a beautiful act. Okay, and it's very telling of, it's very telling of who we are and what makes us distinct and stand out from the rest of our nation. Okay, the rest of the Israelites. Right, this is John chapter 13, verse 34. It says, "A new commandment I give unto you." This is Yahweh Shai speaking. This is written and read. "A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another." Right? So the same way that the Lord showed us love, to love one another. Okay? "By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if ye have loved one to another." There's another example. I remember I wasn't there, but I've heard a second account from brothers. There was a spot that we used to frequent all the time. We'd get some ribs from there and stuff, right? And the way that we'd engage with each other was so brotherly, so family-like, that the owners of the place would say, they'd say to the brothers, "Are you family?" Okay? Because we look out for one another, man. We genuinely care. And that's a beautiful testimony. Okay, it's a beautiful testimony, man. So the love that we show one another is that's how you're gonna know who the Lord's disciples are. Okay, because we stand out, man. When you see brothers interact, when brothers get together, we're in public. You see how brothers interact. We interact correct. okay? For the most part, And if we don't act correct, trust me, that's getting pulled up, So that, and why is it getting pulled up? So that ultimately we can become better, so that we can do correct next time, okay? Because we're not perfect, okay? We make, it's a learning process. We make mistakes, all right? We're constantly improving our characters to become more Yahweh Shai-like, because that's what the Lord said. It says, as I have loved you, that ye also love one another, right? Now, let's go from there to bear with me. 1 John 3:17, and this is specific to the brother Razar Muff, what he did towards me, right? This is 1 John 3:17. But whoso have this world's good, and see if his brother have need, and shut up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him, right? Now, pretty much, my situation wasn't dire, but you might have a situation with a brother that their situation is dire, okay? Now, if you shut up your bowels of compassion towards him, and you've got the means to do so, and you don't help, how is it? Where's the love of the Lord in you, man? Okay, where is that? Now, what is the love of Yahweh Shemiel Shai? Let's read it. This is 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of Yahweh Shemiel Shai, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. Okay, so this is what's the keeping of what's love? Keeping of the law. Okay, now how does that all tie in? Now let's go from there to Matthew the 20th chapter. Okay, bear with me. Is it Matthew 20? Bear with me. No, hold on. Bear with me. Love thy neighbor. Because we just read it, right? The keeping of the commandments. Oh, Matthew 22. Forgive me. This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 37. Yahweh Shai said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Because that's what it boils down to. When you look at the law and how we're meant to interact with each other, okay, that shows you how to love your neighbor, which is your brother, how to love your fellow Israelite, okay? Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, man. So the way that we conduct ourselves, because we fear Yahweh Shemiel Shai, we have love towards Yahweh Shemiel Shai, and we love one another. We, which is it's really in you. The Lord's got to put it in you anyway. Okay, that good spirit to treat one another with respect, and care, man. And that really makes us stand out, man, towards other people in the world. Okay, other people will be scheming on all kinds of things, man. They'll be coveting, they'll be scheming on your woman, scheming on your goods. Okay, and in this truth, amongst the true worshippers, it's not so. Okay, let's go to this is Acts chapter 20, verse 35. It says, I have showed you all things, how that so laboring ye ought to support the weak, and to remember the words of the Lord Yahweh Shai, how he said, it is more blessed to give than to receive. So So that brother's blessed for that just that action. Okay? Just that action alone. He's blessed for that. Right? Now let's go from there to Ecclesiastes 11:1. It says, cast thy bread upon the waters. Excuse me, my voice is going a little bit. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. So pretty much, man, if you got the bread to help out, share that bread. The lacham, and bread could also be in the sense of your resources, your funds as well. Okay. Cast thy bread upon the waters. Let's go from there to and the Lord's gonna bless you up for that. These actions that we do, man, they don't go unnoticed. Everything is recorded. Okay. You don't have to shout about it. You don't have to, the scriptures actually tell you not to do that. When you give alms, don't be shouting like a hypocrite in the marketplace. Yeah, look at me, I'll give to charity or whatever. Nah, none of that, man. Just do what you got to do. Know that Yahweh Shemiah Shai sees. Right? This is Mark chapter 9, verse 41. For whosoever shall give you a cup of water to drink in my name, and it's written in red, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, because you belong to Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, verily I say unto you, he shall not lose his reward. Okay? So, you receive the reward of the righteous, the prophets. Okay? There's many examples over the years where people have come up to the camps, of the men of Great Millstone and blessed us up, man. Okay? And they get a blessing for that. They get a blessing for that, man. The alms that we pay, that to help out each other, the tithes, all these things they're all tie in, man. The Lord sees that, and there's blessings in that, man. Okay. I'm gonna read this and I'll close out. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 38. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Now check this out. There was a time, the scriptures talk about being abound and abased. There was a time where I was a bit more abound financially, right? And I'm not saying this to boast. This is what brothers have said to me. I helped a lot of brothers, okay, in situations where, they needed it. And I remember, over the years now, you get into situations where you become a bit more abased. Okay, that's how the scriptures are. That's how it goes, in this ministry. You have your ups and your downs. Okay, we get by, man. Our daily bread. Okay, and I remember feeling a bit, I was feeling a bit, how can I describe it? What's the word? Basically, brothers helping me out was it was a different concept to me. Okay. Because I'd always been the one that, would try and do that. And I remember the same brother, Ratazar Muff, man, he said to me, he gave me words of wisdom. He said, look, brother, all these years you've been helping brothers out. He said, now it's your turn. You got to get helped out. Not so many words, pretty much, man. So the Lord sees. Okay? Give, and it shall be given unto you, good measure, pressed down and shaken together and running over, shall men give on into your bosom. For with the same measure that ye meet, withal it shall be measured to you again. See? What you put in is what you get, man. Beautiful. So, hey, just a little lesson, man, on generosity, which is an aspect that we should all have in this ministry, one towards another. Okay? So, Lord, when this has been an edifying and exhortational lesson, with that, man, I'm going to say shalom. Shalom. On to the next one.